This out. I am really curious looking over this lineup because this is a ship that I do not get along with very well. Talk to me about the HSR lineup here at the top of the map.
I think I see. Well, there's a couple choices. So, HSR, of course, bringing a Gdansk. That's the most expensive of destroyers. Two Barbies, two
Yeah.
Barbianos. Wow. A
Yeah.
Smalland, Howdenlu, a Napoli, and a Defense. Wow. Okay. Interesting lineup there. No battleships this time for HSR on Northern Waters. What's going on with AAO?
AAO opting to stick with their battleship less lineup here as well. Sticking with, well, let's see. Okay, so we've got still the Castilla. Let's see, let's start on the left. Yep, there's Black's Svea again, just like we saw it before. Mark's going to stick with that Sevastopol, even after the conversation we just had. Orca's Castilla, one of the heroes for AAO in last game. Not a loss, but he played very, very well. Nicey now moving into Prince Orange, and we'll talk about that ship in just a moment. Andy swapping from Shimakaze to Cassard, of all things. That's going to be weird. And then, of course, Asgara sticking with Smallland and Simply Cat sticking with Delny. Now, new ships on the lineup. Zath, we have to talk about Barbiano.
Yeah, so Barbie is a crazy boat, right? She's got her fuel, exhaust, smoke, whatever you want to call it. So she's got the ability to shoot and essentially not be detected while shooting if she wants to. She's crazy at longer range. Good damage ability against destroyers and cruisers, and really just press a button and all of a sudden you've got better pen and slower reload.
And
so,
how many barrels are on this thing? Madre de Dios. 6, 12, 16 barrels? 16 barrels, Zath.
Another 6 in the rear, so that's 16 guns.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
She's a fun boat, and if you see how HSR is using them, they are looking to wolf pack
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So the two of them together, plus the Smalland for the vision, they're going to try to execute whatever they see. Now, keep in mind, Barbie's concealment, not so good at 8 kilometer.
Yeah, it's very bad. If they can catch Asgara here, there is an above average chance that they can assassinate him, but AAO seems to have sniffed out this play, as is kind of, I mean, certainly not diving the cap enthusiastically, going to try to back in here.
Right. And there's the radar hoping to catch whatever's in A, but
they're
it just doesn't catch enough.
Does now. Arona's going to pick him up and then probably going to counter radar. I have to presume these torpedoes are going to be a big problem for these Barbies.
Yeah, and he's choosing not to counter radar. Instead, they're just hoping that people will open up.
Ooh,
they'll do the old-fashioned spotting.
Look at where the Delny is at. That is bold.
It's a very good position for Simply Cat's Delny. They get caught the Barbies off guard, and you can see they're both shooting opposite targets right now.
They're shooting different targets. There we go. Now they've decided to try and focus Simply Cat's Delny, but they're going to lose vision of him here in a minute. He did get some shots off. That's allowing Arona's Smalland to keep spotting him, but simply just sliding along the map edge here is going to finally duck out of detection.
Yeah, but enjoy that rainbow, everyone.
Indeed. So the early wolf pack doesn't pick up a kill, but it does pick up a cap here. Early cap advantage going to HSR on Northern Waters.
Yep.
Now, one thing we didn't talk about yet, but there's an uneven distribution of firepower in this game. It was very even last game, but this game it's not. Only 2 ships in green here on the right-hand side, the eastern flank, up against 3 ships here for AAO. So it feels like this 8, 9, 10 line is going to be very relevant at some point.
It will be at a certain point. Yes, I'm sure AAO is saying, okay, we've got at least 4 ships over here. You can see the Howdenlu is kind of playing goalie right now on the 3 line. Wherever he's needed, he can be deployed. I kind of like that play, that decision-making there. The big thing is, in competitive environments, what you really need to hold a flank is two ships. And that's like, you can do more, but if you've got 2 ships, that frees you up to put the majority on the other flank. So if it's like 2 against 5, in theory, you should win that flank. And that's kind of, what HSR's thinking is over here.
Well, and you can look now. Yuzu's Howden Liu is now making tracks out of here. It looks
Yep.
like HSR is pulling everybody off the A cap. Although I think the Smalland is going to sit around, possibly for defense. No pun intended here, as Scott's defense is trying to play a little bit of goalkeeper back here as well, back behind the A cap.
Well, I just mentioned you need 2 ships to hold a flank, and if you see HSR is leaving 2 ships behind.
Well,
so what they're doing now is they're rotating and they're trying to collapse a trap on AAO.
the Barbianos are quick. If memory serves, they move about 42, 43 knots or so. Does that sound right to you,
40
Zaf?
Yep, 41 per 6.
Okay.
41.6.
Yeah, 41 and change. So they can definitely reposition. They're not French in terms of speed, but they're going to get across the map fairly quickly.
AAO sensing the trap, and you can see they're turning their ships around.
Yep. Think they realize
Smart.
these Barbies are moving and hunting them. You almost have to wonder what Barbie would do to this Sevastopol, Zath. That's a lot of SAP coming in on Sevastopol's broadside.
Oh, don't worry, he's got a heal.
Yeah, sure. That'll fix it. It'll buff right out.
Yeah, Mark's like, I want none of what's about to happen, so I'm leaving.
Well,
Goodbye.
and here it comes. The gambit is shown. Ooh, as the Sevastopol does start to get take some big hits there. I think that was where Howden Liu shells.
That was Howden Liu AP.
As now the Rainbow is coming in. The Barbianos actually not maneuvering very well, pushing each other around here. But look how quickly Mark's health is disappearing, Zath.
Yeah, they're both a little excited about the opportunity to kill this boat. Mark's got his heal going, but again, concentrated fire might be the difference here. Look at all the bombs. Just missed.
Oh, 1,200 HP. Well, okay, his HP's bouncing all over the place, but they do finally pick up the kill here. And just like that, the flanks have shifted. The Barbianos repositioning here. Buster's going to pop a smoke so they can break contact. Now, Yuzu's Howden Liu took a bunch of punishment for this play, Zath.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, he's got, Prince Van Aranye dropping bombs right there. He probably came out too far. I don't know why he didn't stop at the island.
They're gonna lose him here. He was dark, but then the bombs lit a fire, and then he wasn't dark anymore. And as a result, he's gonna burn out here. We talked about it last game. Howden Liu burns nicely, and of course, AAO is gonna pick up that kill in exchange. Now, some torpedoes. Oh, some Svea torpedoes coming in on the Barbies, Zath.
I saw that at the corner.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting about Yuzuri's Howden Liu? He did not use defensive anti-air fire to try to knock out a bomb or two before it got dropped. I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Well, both Barbianos and the Gdansk now lurking around the sea cap. AAO reacting. They're bringing Asgera's Smalland over, as well as the Prince Orangi.
Here comes the Svea radar.
Well, Buster's is lit too. This is going to be a problem. That should be a relatively easy kill for AAO to pick up, but they're not even shooting at him yet. Although I think because the Cassard is finally taking him under fire. Yep.
Yeah, they don't have a good angle on him right now, and I think they saw the Smalland. Oh, there goes the defense on the other flank. We didn't catch that.
Nope, but that is a big kill. Things looking really good for AAO here in this game. It's now just the Smalland over on the A flank.
Mm-hmm.
And Arona's never going to get back into this cap with the Castilla and the Delny holding it for him.
No, he's not.
HSR
again,
bet
two ships holding a cap.
Yep. HSR bet everything on this Barbie play. They still didn't even pick up the sea cap. They came all this way with all these ships, and they still didn't actually pick up the cap.
Well, they couldn't get it because of the radar.
Yep. Buster's on 18 HP lurking in that smoke. Perseus goes down. Yami's Gdansk running away.
Nicinator taking a torp.
One torp in
Buster's
the bow.
detected on radar.
There we go. No, I think it was Hydro. It was Hydro. No, it was
it was
the Smalland radar. I see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much all over but the crying here. AAO sniffed out the pivot, the reposition, and played it to perfection here on Northern Waters, Zath.
Yeah, no, that was And you can see the experience in these players in competitive. They just know what to expect based off ship comps and how it's all going down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's that mind game, right? Of the, okay, the Barbies were here and now they're gone. They've disappeared. We're not seeing them. They're not
That's right.
shooting. What could they be doing, Zath? Where could they be? And
Yeah, exactly.
AAO making the assumption, correct assumption, they were being driven across the map. But there's always the possibility that your opponent is head faking you. Maybe you just pull them back for a spell, keep them out of detection for a couple of minutes, and then shove them right back where they had been a minute ago. That's also something you can do.
That's true. That is always a possibility. You got it. But both teams get a point in this engagement.
Indeed, each team going away with a win here in round one. Looking like worthy competitors here in the Warship Masters event. Zath, how about that?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?